Hello and welcome everyone to our webinar with New Smile Dental Group. We are actually going to wait just a few moments. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for people to get loaded and get connected to the webinar. So thank you for those of you who have joined and are prompt. Just wanted to let you know, please don't go anywhere. We'll be with you in just a few moments. Give people just a few more minutes to log on. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in just a little bit. How many people? Still two? Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for your patience. Welcome to our webinar today. My name is Shireen Washington. I am your host and U.S. patient liaison with New Smile Dental Group. And on behalf of the entire team, we are so excited to be here with you today to share with you some information that we believe is going to be life-changing. One of the first things that I want to share with those of you who are here today is that this webinar has been designed perfectly with you in mind, because today we are going to talk about what's possible for you. Today, you're going to learn that if you are wearing dentures at the moment and can't stand them for different reasons, or if you have a mouth full of teeth that you know are failing, you're in pain, and they're mobile, and you're ready to rid of them, but you don't want dentures, we have a solution for you here today. So I'm going to ask of a request for everyone. Please be open-minded to the information that we're going to share for you today. Please take a moment to dig deep and to reflect on where you are right now, to forget about the past, and to most importantly, focus on your future. So let's take care of a few housekeeping things and go over our webinar today. All right. Now, the webinar is going to last for about 50 to 60 minutes. And we've designed this webinar for me as your host to be interactive and to educate you and give you lots of information, but to also make this interesting, because you're not here in Costa Rica, right? And so for you to really get acquainted with us and almost immersed in who we are as a dental center, you're going to see a series of videos, and then I'll come back in and then I'll share more information. Okay. Now you will have an opportunity to chat with members of our team at New Smile Dental Group. So there is a chat box. Now, as your host, I won't be able to respond, but someone will respond to you. And then at the very end, we will open up the floor for you to ask questions. And then we'll have sort of an opportunity for you to get anything out there. And if I'm not able to answer your questions, then of course one of our team members will, if that's okay. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Now, I do want to say one thing. It's very tempting for someone watching a webinar to say, okay, I think I know all this and I'm done watching. Please stay to the very end of this webinar. And here's why it's important for you to stay to the very end. We have an exciting offer for you today. So exciting, it's actually difficult for me to not say it right now, but I'll get in trouble. All right. The offer that we have for you today is a special gift for anyone who is watching this webinar today and ready to change their life. And this special gift is not only going to save you a tremendous amount of money, this gift is actually going to get you to Costa Rica, to paradise, even sooner, to change your life. So we've got a lot of information. We're going to jump in and go ahead and get started. So for those of you, and many of you here watching this might be your first introduction to learning about potential options as to how you can get rid of your denture. But there might be some of you watching this webinar today that you've been doing some research online. Some of you actually might have already had a consultation and you've gone into the office. Did I hear a yes from someone?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. And I love your photo. You're fabulous. Okay. And some of you might have already had a consult and went into this consultation excited at the beginning, but then you left this consultation feeling disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Depressed because you thought, this is something I want. But now they just told me how much it is and it feels out of reach. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've got good news. Here at New Smile Dental Group, our goal is to be able to offer affordable implant options to anyone out there that needs it. And that's a big part of my job, is to talk to you all about potential options, as well as other members that are part of our team here at New Smile Dental Group. So we're going to cover lots of information. There's no doubt about it that dental implants is the best way to restore your smile with something that is permanent, long-lasting, and aesthetically pleasing. So let's go ahead and get started with our first video that's going to show you how you can ditch your dentures. Let's go ahead and get started.
Today, more and more people have to deal with the idea of having to wear dentures for the rest of their life due to the prohibitive costs of dental treatments in their own country. After treating hundreds and hundreds of dentures wearers for over 15 years, we at New Smile Dental Group definitely understand how much uncomfortable you may feel about it. For this reason, we are glad to offer you the most modern solution and affordable option: dental implants. The advantages of dental implants run much deeper than improved comfort, enhanced cosmetic dental appearance, and a better overall health condition. The most important benefits pointed out by our former patients are: have no chewing limitations, so you can eat all the foods you love. You will not need to spend in dentures adhesives anymore and still speak without fear or worry. Feel, function, and look like natural teeth. Dental implants will not slip or move around when you are eating or speaking. Raise your self-esteem and self-confidence. Preserve and maintain remaining jawbone. Easy to clean and care, just as you did with your natural teeth.
Uh-oh.
All right, we are going to keep going. All right, I want to take a few moments to talk with any of you that don't know much about dental implants, okay? As mentioned before, dental implants is the permanent solution, okay? And one of the things, and hopefully you guys can see me, if you are wearing dentures or you have teeth that need to be extracted and you need at least 5 implants on the top and 5 implants on the bottom, the treatment that Dr. Bonilla and his team at New Smile Dental Group specialize in is the all-on 4. Because if we were to replace all of our teeth with individual implants, not only is that extremely costly, but we are also talking about a treatment that could take years and years to do. And so with state-of-the-art technology, and an entire team of specialized professionals all under one roof, we are able to offer a procedure such as the all-on 4 or the all-on 6. Now, this is a model just to show you guys, to give you a visual for those of you who aren't familiar. The titanium implants are individual screws that can be done and placed one by one. But in order for this procedure to be done in one day so that you're able to go into the office, be comfortably sedated, to have the procedure and to walk out that day with a beautiful smile, this is a treatment that is custom made. You will have complete control over being able to say exactly what you like, the aesthetics, and 4 to 6 implants are placed, and then he will design a custom bridge that does not come out. That's how we are able to pull this off. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce you to Dr. Mario Bonilla in this video. And I had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Bonilla a little over a year ago. And this is how I became a US patient liaison. I've been in the dental industry as a treatment coordinator for over 10 years in the United States. And I worked for a national corporation who advertises on television, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I worked for a national dental implant company. And for many, many years, I was ignorant in thinking that in order to get implants, it had to be done in the United States. And I met Dr. Bonilla at a dental conference. And he invited me to Costa Rica so that I could open my mind and I could actually see the technology that he offers, the having everyone all under one roof, which is actually very rare to have, an all-in-one dental center where you have a prosthodontist and an endodontist and dental implant professionals that are all specialized and experienced. Dr. Bonilla has been practicing since 1999. He has placed over 10,000 implants. And I have to tell you, I don't know of another dental professional in the United States who has placed over 5,000 implants. And when you are experienced, experience breeds excellence. So let's go ahead and get started and introduce the owner of New Smile Dental Group, Dr. Mario Bonilla.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bonilla. I'm the founder of New Smile Dental Group. We started New Smile Dental Group in 1999, close to almost 22 years ago. We are an all-in-one dental implant center in San Jose, Costa Rica. Our goal is to give back the smile to a lot of people that lost their smile by losing their teeth. We have a great facility, 8 operatories, more than 10 specialist dentists, but all in one place. So it makes it easier, not only for the patient, also for us to accomplish our mission, which is give back your smile. There are not too many facilities in the world that has just one side, everybody together. So it makes it easier, not only, like I said, for the patient, also for the dentist to be able to have it. You guys are used to just going to a dentist and you are referred to another dentist and move around from clinic to clinic. Sometimes the patient doesn't like that. Sometimes they don't feel like a home place to be able to just get everything done in one place. But the reality is makes it easier because us as a professionals to be able to talk with the technicians, to be able to talk with the other doctors in the same place, in the same spot, makes it easier for us to give you back the right smile for you. One of the great advances in technology that we had in the last 20 years is to be able to have a CT scan. A CT scan gives us precision in to be able to have how much bone you have, if there is any infection, just to see everything inside without having to do a surgery. That makes it easier. So New Smile has its own CT scan in the facility. Makes it easier for us to be able to diagnose and determine what kind of treatment we are planning to do. So it makes it much easier. And there's nothing like having your own CT scan in your office. I would like to tell you a little bit about behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know what happens after you see the dentist. And we work as a team. We have a lab that is the one really creating your own teeth. We might prepare it, we might treat you, and you might never see those guys behind. But we have to tell you about that. There's just a few clinics or few facilities that have their own lab inside. And like I said, it just makes it easier to be able to talk directly with the lab, and the lab people to come directly to the chair and see what we're trying to create. You have to remember that when we're creating teeth, those teeth are just going to be for you, and no one else can wear them. So they're a special art creation just for you that is only going to fit on you, and we have to do it. So we have a great facility with the latest technology, because dentistry, as many other specialties, has developed a lot of new stuff. So new stuff keep coming out. So our lab has latest technology to be able to have that. So we have a team of 12 to 15 people just working to create your teeth behind scenes. And I call it that because people don't realize that what really happens after where you leave the clinic. And we have to create those teeth. We work with the greatest materials around the world, latest equipment around the world, from Germany, from the US, from Japan, from Korea. Anything that comes out new, we have it to be able to create your new smile. We have it all. We have our own lab, we have our own facilities, we have the team, we have our dentists, technicians, we have the equipment, and also we have the great solution once you lost your teeth. It's the dental implant. Dental implants over the last 30 years have developed to the point that it makes it so easy to replace your own teeth. Sometimes people don't know, or they heard that implants are painful, that are not an option. But we want to tell you that it's the right option and the easy option. Once we place an implant, we are actually replacing the most easiest way to get as natural as it can. So we have to make it easier for you, and that's what we develop. 90% of our implants, we place it flapless, which makes it easier. And that way, there's no pain, and in less than 5 minutes, you will have an implant. So we can actually create and give you back your smile with the implants. A lot of people lose their teeth, and you're not the only one, so you don't feel bad about it. We're close to 18% of the population just in the US lost all their teeth. We're talking about close to 50 million people are wearing dentures, but 9 out of 10 lost at least one tooth. So losing teeth is common, but what we have to do is create a solution to replace their teeth. Teeth are necessary for your quality of life, are necessary for you to feel good and have a good life. Why Costa Rica? Why such a small country in the middle of nowhere that you might not know where it is? We're in
Pura
Central
vida.
America. We're a unique country. We're over 72 years without an army that decided to invest in education and in health. Right now, our numbers, our standards are one of the highest in the world. We have not only great education, also great health, social security that will cover the whole country, and everybody has a great quality of life. But Costa Rica is close to US. It's basically a place where you can come here, people will talk your language, will talk English, will talk Spanish, but we're close. We're 2 hours away from Florida, from Miami, and we are actually have over 50 flights that come on a daily basis to Costa Rica. More than 20 cities that have a direct flight coming to Costa Rica. It's one of the top 10 places to visit. But besides of that, we're not only telling you that you're coming to a great country, a beautiful place with beautiful people. We're going to give you a great treatment, because we're able to give you an affordable treatment for less than 50 to 70% of your local costs. And that is accomplished by giving you technology, giving you the best treatment, and all our specialists and all our doctors are well trained around the world, so we're able to give you technology. We have over more than 50,000 people visit us just to come to medical tourism, to be able to get a lot of services. And that's just, I'm talking about dental. So we know what we're doing, and we've been doing it for many years. What happened next? We have an international patient office that will help you put things together. We know and we understand that there's a lot of blanks to fill up. We need to help you put it together. From going to the airport when you're local, on your local place, to come to Costa Rica, get the airfare, get the hotel, everything that has to be arranged, even get your passport. A lot of people don't even have passports. So we're gonna help you do all those little things to make it happen. Little details make the trip happen. So we have to help you put it together. You're not gonna be alone. If you decide to come by yourself, there's always gonna be somebody helping you out. We pick you up at the hotel, we pick you up at the airport. We have everything to move you around so you feel comfortable. You will feel like at home. Or it's sometimes even better than that, because you will be with somebody always helping you out put things together. It makes it easier for the patient once you have somebody helping you out put things together, and that's what we're here for. We want you to rediscover the pleasure of smiling.
I'm smiling personally at one of the last things that Dr. Bonilla shared in his video. I was actually in Costa Rica about 3 weeks ago, actually meeting a patient who you will actually get to meet via video in just a little bit, Mr. David Hickson. And when he talks about you're gonna feel like you're with family, I can't put into words how true that is. You know, we're living in uncertain times right now. And I think for some people, the thought of traveling and going outside of the country, especially if that's not something that you've ever done, might feel a bit scary, a bit intimidating. But you acquire such strong relationships with members of the team, the staff at New Smile Dental Group, that by the time you actually arrive, and someone will be there waiting for you, a personal driver will be at the airport waiting for you. There's a feeling of comfort and safety. And that was what I felt when I was there 3 weeks ago. So it kind of brought me back, him sharing that. Now, in my experience working in dental offices across the United States, is that it is a rare situation to find a lab and everything, all of what you need to pull off the all on 4, all on X, all on 6 procedure. The way that this typically happens in the United States, believe it or not. So what I'm saying to you is that the United States could actually learn a thing or two from how things are done in Costa Rica. Most dental offices in the United States, they don't have their own lab on site. And from the patient perspective, that can offer quite a few challenges. By having everything all under one roof, specifically the lab, if any adjustments need to be made because something doesn't quite fit, right? Because this is a custom made, there is no one size fits all to this procedure. And so the convenience of being able to simply walk down the hall and to talk to the lab expert who's actually making your teeth that are meant for you is huge. In the United States, often, if something happens or an adjustment has to be made, your teeth, your smile, have to be placed into a box and shipped to an outside lab, sometimes all the way across the country. And a lot of people don't realize that. Our goal at New Smile Dental Group is we never want a patient leaving without teeth in place. We want to be able to take an immediate CT scan because we have the equipment, which costs over $150,000, to be able to take your x-ray and to make sure that the implants have been integrated into the bone and that you are healed properly. We can talk to the prosthodontist whose specialty is be able to make sure that the teeth look natural and that the teeth are age appropriate. Everyone is under one site. And so in this next video, we're going to talk a little bit more and highlight some of the features of what you can see at New Smile Dental Group. Let's go ahead and take a look at that video.
We at New Smile Dental Group in Costa Rica work all together to treat all of your dental needs under the same roof. The medical staff, including general dentists, prosthodontist, periodontist, and endodontist, are all in the same dental center. You will also find an on-site 3D dental cone beam CT scan and the on-site dental laboratory, as well as our international patients office. All of the benefits of having this approach will deliver the best dental treatment options for you. As you can see, by choosing our dental center, you will be saving time and money and getting the first-class treatment. Make the right decision today and stop the excuses that prevent you from living your life to the fullest.
Holy video.
All right. Sorry about that disruption in that video. Again, we'll open up for a question and answer at the end if there wasn't something you were able to get from that video. So let's keep going. So we've talked about the facilities. Let's talk about what some of you might be feeling as far as, okay, this sounds good, right? I know I have an option. I can save 50 to 70% off of the cost by having this done in the United States. So I know I'm going to save money. But how does all this come into place, right? I may not have a passport. Will somebody help me with that? The answer to that is yes, right? I've never traveled outside of the United States before. So will there be someone who's going to like hold my hand through every step of the process and kind of think ahead for me, so that I'm not worried about what do I do next? What if I have to get x-rays? Will somebody let me know that? When I get to the airport, will I have a driver? One of the great things about New Smile Dental Group is, besides the fact that we are an accredited facility and all of our doctors are experienced and highly specialized, is that we have a very intimate group as a part of our international patient office. Now, I'd like to introduce Milena. She's actually on the webinar, but she's not on video right now, but hopefully she will be in just—
I'm here.
Okay. So, many of you, and I'm getting a little bit of feedback here.
Hold on.
Many of you might have already had the pleasure of talking to Milena. And Milena,
I'm sorry.
no worries. If you want to, I'll go ahead. If you can wave to everyone so they can see you, because many folks that are on this webinar have actually spoken with you. And then I'll share with everyone your role. And then Diana, who's also on this webinar, you will get an opportunity. Wave, Diana. You'll get an opportunity to meet both of these young ladies, because we want to eliminate the fear of the unknown, okay? And this is a smilecation, right? Like, you can come to Costa Rica and get excited about having your procedure. Yes, I said excited about having a surgical procedure, but it's happening in paradise. And so you don't have to worry about the hotel. Like, okay, where am I gonna go? For those of you who may have to travel alone and you won't have a travel companion. We have collaborative partnerships with hotels that we know, that we trust. We've been doing this for over 15 years. So we're going to be able to guide you in the right direction to show you the most cost-effective options as to where you need to stay. If you really want to make this a smilecation and you want to arrive a few days before and you want to build in some leisure activities as a part of your stay, we can point you in the right direction for that as well. So Milena and Diana, those are your go-to people, all right? They will be there for you. You will never, ever be alone in your smile journey. So let's take a look at this next video that's sharing more about our international patient office. We're missing
Have a
volume.
dedicated team who are always ready to assist. Our international patients office's efforts are focused on making your stay in Costa Rica an experience that will go beyond your expectations. At your arrival in Costa Rica, you will receive a private transfer service from the airport to your hotel for you and or your travel companion. Taking a taxi in a foreign country will not be necessary. You will get a free transportation service from the hotel to the clinic and then back to the hotel each time you have a scheduled appointment. Bilingual concierge service at your arrival at the clinic. Don't worry about language barriers. Free and unlimited international phone calls at the clinic. 24 hours assistance via WhatsApp in case you need to contact us out of your appointment's hours. Private transfer service from the airport to the hotel on your departure day.
All right, so as you can see, the one thing that we want to do is we want our patients to focus on recovery, your improved health, and your beautiful smile. We don't want our patients to be consumed over the what ifs, okay? When I was in Costa Rica, there was a, believe it or not, a gentleman that flew all the way from Florida. He had not been on a plane in over 15 years. And he missed his first flight to come for surgery. And he was able to call me on my cell phone and say, I need help. I got to reschedule my flight. And I was just a phone call, text message away. We were able to get his flight rescheduled. We were able to set it up so that he had wheelchair accessibility in the airport. When he arrived, we picked him up. We were able to actually help him to get a physical, because safety and making sure that our patients are safe medically before they could do the procedure. Because he did not do that before he arrived, we were able to do that for him when he got there. And we were able to reschedule his procedures. So we're prepared for the unknown, and we want everyone to know that. All right, so why Costa Rica? Well, why not Costa Rica, right? Why not have your procedure done in paradise? And while Costa Rica is a small, beautiful country, it's a country full of happy people, okay? And I can tell you, like, as I had mentioned earlier, the relationships that you build, it is a very welcoming environment. There is a reason why over 50,000 people traveled all over from the United States choosing Costa Rica as their destination for tourism last year. And that number is just going to continue to increase. So I'd like to go ahead and introduce this next video, Why Costa Rica? And I'll tell you the number one reason, besides the fact that it is a beautiful country, the number one reason is high quality, low cost. You will pay 50 to 70% less, but you will not have to compromise on the materials and the procedure itself. So let's go ahead and watch that video.
Look at my friends.
don't know about you guys, but just watching that, I was just there 3 weeks ago. Watching that video makes me want to come back.
It's so beautiful.
But I will be back. I will be back the second week in January, and I can't wait. It is a beautiful place. It is paradise. So that's why Costa Rica, right? So many great reasons. And so if you haven't been able to tell, I'm truly passionate about New Smile Dental Group, but passionate about dental implants and the procedure itself, particularly because my dad has had this same procedure. He has had a full mouth restoration. My stepmother has had the same procedure that I talked to you guys about, the All on 4 as well. And I have seen first account, just how much their lives have changed since having the procedure. And in helping over 1,000 patients in the years that I've been doing this, I've yet to meet a patient that said to me, I regret that I did it. I regret that I had this done. What most people share is that they regret that they didn't do it sooner. And so without further ado, I'd actually like to introduce the next video, our patient testimonial, because it's one thing for us to tell you how great the procedure is. It's one thing for us to say how great Dr. Bonilla and his entire team of professionals are, but it's another thing to hear it from a patient himself. So David Hickson, who was one of our patients, I'm actually featured in this video. I had an opportunity to sit down with him just a couple of weeks ago. So let's go ahead and watch this interview with David. So David, again, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story and your experience with the folks that are watching this video. Would you mind taking us back, even though you may not want to, but take us back to what life was like for you before you changed your life with New Smile Dental Group?
Well, you're right. I don't want to because it's not a pleasant memory.
Yeah.
I had always had weak teeth since I was a child. And I'd had fillings, extractions, bridges, crowns, everything imaginable done. I finally got to a point where I had to have a denture placed in my lower jaw. And I wasn't looking forward to it. And I'd heard about implants, and I started investigating them. And actually, I'm originally from Indiana.
Okay.
And I went to dentists there, 3 different ones, in Indianapolis to get quotes, estimates. And they were way out of my pay grade. They were shocking.
Like what type of range are we speaking of? Do you remember from?
Oh my gosh, they varied considerably actually. But the range would be anywhere from minimally, and I got an estimate there, and it was what they refer to as Beverly Hills prices because it was $105,000.
Wow.
$105,000.
Unbelievable.
I almost went into cardiac arrest.
I bet.
I'm 75 years old. Don't tell me that.
I bet. So they quoted you a 6-figure smile. And at that point you thought, okay, I better start looking at other options.
Well, I went to the internet, is what I did. And I started searching implantology, dental implants. And I saw Costa Rica coming up in 2 or 3 different places. I knew nothing about Costa Rica. I thought it was a bloody island, which it isn't.
Right.
But I thought it was. And so I started doing some serious investigation. I then came across, during that investigation, New Smile Dental Group. And I liked the site a lot. It was professional. It wasn't nonsense. It was to the point. They weren't selling smoke and mirrors. And I was impressed. So I then contacted them and explained to them as best I could in my layman terms what my problems were and what I wanted to have done or hopefully have done. And they told me what I needed to do, what the process would be. And I decided, instead of going through the process they suggested, that I was retired. I wasn't doing a whole lot. So I thought, might be a good time to see the country of Costa Rica. So I got on a plane, I came to Costa Rica, and met these people, and was day by day more and more impressed. The facility is better than any of the facilities I saw in the United States, including Beverly Hills.
Wow.
The cleanliness is extraordinary. The professionalism of all the doctors is quite impressive.
So you felt welcomed, because I think a lot of folks who consider having their dental work miles away, the fear is that they'll be alone in the process, right? And it's kind of like, where am I going to stay? How is it going to feel? You know, how am I going to feel after the procedure? Will I be alone? Will I be in pain? And if I'm coming by myself, how will I get through this? Would you mind sharing your experience, maybe starting the day of surgery and then post-operatively, how you
I'd be
felt?
glad to. And the problems and considerations you've mentioned are true. I went through them. Everyone I know that's had this major dental work done goes through that.
Right.
But you're not alone. Believe me, these people will assist you. They didn't have to with me, because I made up my mind to come to Costa Rica and see for myself.
Right.
But if you book from the United States, these people will assist you in every possible way, and 99.9% of them are completely bilingual. You have no,
Awesome.
no
No
language
language
problems,
barriers.
no communication barriers at all. They do everything they possibly can to assist you and make you comfortable. They will assist you with a place to stay. They will assist you with advising you on what to see, where to go. Whatever you need, these people are professionals, and they are used to taking care of patients, and they will take care of you. I have never been as impressed with any medical procedure in my lifetime as I was with the kind of treatment I received from these folks from the get-go on, and still do. And this has been a year and
almost 2 years.
almost 2 years ago.
But you know, what's interesting to me is just in you speaking more and more about your experience, it sounds like you can sort of transform your life with a beautiful smile, but also kind of think of this as like a smilecation, because you can actually plan out an agenda potentially coming here.
That's a great term, actually.
Yeah.
I'd never thought of that. But
Smilecation.
that's exactly what it is. It's a smilecation.
Yeah.
And it'll also turn out to be the best smilecation you've ever had.
All right.
The work is incredibly good. The quality is, you cannot get better quality. In fact, I would venture to say that of the four quotes that I got in the U.S., and what I was told they were going to do, the methodology they were going to use, the quality of this work, there's none better at any price. So why would anyone, and this is what constantly occurs to me, why would anyone pay twice to 2.5, maybe 3 times the amount of money for work that may be equal, but is probably a little lesser quality than you can get for a much lesser price in Costa Rica, and have a hell of a vacation at the same time?
I'll tell you, you're bringing up another point. The one thing, and I've worked with dental offices all over the United States for over 10 years, the one thing that really blew me away about Dr. Bonilla's office is the state-of-the-art technology. I think that a lot of folks, it's just in their mind that they think if they go somewhere else outside the United States, that it's inferior material, or it won't be safe, it's not up to ideal standards. And I'm hearing you say it's top-notch.
Oh, it is top-notch. And what you said as far as the United States, I'd be, truthfully, more worried about having work done presently in the U.S., having seen those quality standards, having seen the quality standards here in Costa Rica. Believe me, the comparison is simply not there. Now, are there clinics as good in the United States? Probably are somewhere.
Sure.
But I couldn't find them, and I guarantee you they're no better. So once again, we go back to the price factor.
That's right. Why not, right?
Why
not?
Why pay 2, 3 times, 3.5 times the amount for equal and probably lesser quality work with a great deal less personal attention than you're going to get from a New Smile clinic. Why would you do that?
Right. It's kind of a no-brainer. I think,
It
I mean,
certainly is.
just us speaking. Let's talk about fear. I think the
yeah.
fear factor, it's one of those things. A lot of folks, they are afraid, like the dental office is the absolute last place that they want to be, right?
I don't know many people that
Right.
vacation in one.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true. Can you share your story about, because I think a lot of people think if you're getting either full mouth restoration, you're getting implants, that you're going to be in extreme pain, you're going to be in agony for days, you won't be able to do anything. Can you share your impressions of
Because
how you felt after surgery?
I had the same exact feelings. I was scared to death. I hated dentists. I truly did.
Yeah.
Not personally, but I hated going to a dentist. And I was scared to death. But these people really put me at ease with the way they behaved toward me, the way that they assisted me with any questions that I had. And then when the day came for me to have the procedure done, which was the installation of the implants.
Just the lower, right?
Just the lower
Okay.
jaw. Luckily, fortunately, at that point, I did not, according to Dr. Bonilla, he didn't feel that I needed to replace these yet. I might in the future, but not yet. They were okay. So I arrived ready to be tortured. And they strapped me into the chair.
Oh, you stop.
And I was scared to death.
Yeah,
And when it comes to physical pain, I'm not a hero. I admit it.
yeah.
So they began the procedure. They gave me the anesthesia. And I want to tell you something. And I was incredibly surprised, truly taken aback. There was absolutely no discomfort during the procedure at all. Zero, none.
Wow. Even the numbing, you don't remember?
I just started to say the only minor discomfort that we all have experienced is simply putting a syringe needle into the gum and into the jaw and deadening the pain. Well,
Right.
that's 2 little pricks in the tube. No pain. Now, the following day, yes, I did have discomfort. It was, I'd say, moderately severe discomfort. I had a great deal of swelling. They had given me medication for the pain and for the swelling. It took about a day and a half for it to begin to go down and for the pain to go away. And the pain with the medication, I really didn't have the pain as long as I took the medication.
Okay.
The whole procedure was just a remarkably positive experience in my life.
And then follow up after your procedure, did you have transportation? Were they able to assist you in coming to the clinic? Perfect.
They sent a driver for me each time.
Wow. Okay.
They assisted me in my hotel where I was going to stay and in selecting where I wanted to stay on their recommendations. I wish I could find, I've looked to find a negative. There aren't
any negatives?
They're all positives. Do it. All I can say to anyone out there considering this is do it. At least pick up the phone or go to the internet, contact these people. They will walk you through it. And I'm 75 years old. This is one of the best decisions I have ever made in 75 years of life. And I guarantee if you do what I am suggesting to you to do, you will feel exactly the same way.
It's so interesting. I've spoke to a lot of patients that have had a procedure like this. And the one thing that they say, including my father, who has had a full mouth restoration, is that he wished he did it sooner.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know, like you harbor all the pain and you keep it inside, and then one day you decide you're going to do it. But once you get it done, then it's kind of like, why did I wait?
It's like
what have I
being
missed out
reborn.
on? And reborn.
Your mouth is reborn, literally reborn. I am 75 and I love my teeth. Want to see?
Well, they're gorgeous. You probably wouldn't have done that before you had
No, not probably. Drop the probably.
Right.
If I'd done it, I would have done this.
Yeah, you would have covered. You would have hid. Yeah.
No, I just cannot express how incredibly happy I am with the quality of this work, with the ease that the work was done and putting me at ease.
Function, you can eat what you want.
Oh,
you don't,
again,
no,
it's reborn.
okay.
These are real teeth. They're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
but they are. I have no functional problem at all, none. They're just like having my real teeth back.
Last thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think I know how you're going to respond to this, but I'd like for you to, if there's anyone watching this right now that is like, wow, I think I want to do this, but, and that but comes up. Can you give one or two pieces of advice to that person who's almost there, but something is stopping them? What would you say to that person?
Well, first I would have to know what's stopping. But what I'd say to anyone generally that is considering do this, why would you wait?
Right. Pick up the phone, would you say?
Pick up the phone, go to the internet, either way. The point is communicate with these people. They will lead you down the garden path in a very gentle and informative manner. Do not wait. Do not go through that discomfort. Do not go through the embarrassment of having dinner at a table with folks, getting a little food stuck under your bloody denture. You have to pardon yourself, go to the men's room, rinse the denture, put it back in, and that could happen more than once in an evening, and I'm sure it has to many people. But don't wait, folks. Don't wait. You know, it's absolutely crazy to put this off when this kind of service is available at a price that is applicable to almost anyone. It's not out of your pay grade. Contact these people. Please do yourself a favor. You're not doing me one, you're going to do yourself one. And you're going to be very, very happy that you listened to what I had to say.
Well, I'm telling you, I think you've said it all. Life is short. Now is the time to take charge of your life. Change your life with a beautiful smile with Dr. Bonilla and his team at New Smile Dental Group. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think you all heard it. David is awesome because he's so real and he's so transparent and he's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's passionate about the decision that he made to change his life. And so what I'd like to do now, I want to just kind of update you guys where we are. So we're wrapping up and I'm anxious to share this bonus with you. The one thing that I want to do before we do that is I'd like to open it up very briefly to any questions that you guys might have. I actually got a private message about a question from someone that kind of touched on something that David mentioned in his interview, asking about how will you feel after surgery? And if you're getting a full mouth restoration, where we're looking at doing something like this, right? Where we are designing a custom bridge that's fixed in place and never comes out, that's done in one day. The one thing that is really surprising to a lot of patients, and I don't think they believe us until after they've had the procedure, is they are pleasantly surprised at the minimal discomfort that they have after the procedure. Some patients do experience swelling, but swelling is one of those things that goes away. But a lot of patients are always pleasantly surprised with the fact that they may take some medication for discomfort, which Dr. Bonilla and his team will provide for you after surgery, maybe for the first day or so. But after that, usually the recovery is downhill from there, and everyone feels so much better once they get past the first couple of days. And of course, you will be having a fairly soft food diet, you know, anything that, you know, soups and things of that nature during the first couple of days. And we do make you 2 sets of teeth. So you will have a healing bridge that kind of serves as a road test for you to get comfortable with the aesthetics. And then once you're healed, someone had asked a question here, how many trips? And potentially you're looking at 2 trips. First trip, you will leave with a bridge that is fixed in place if you are a straightforward case and we don't have to do any grafting. And then you will have a second trip where you will actually leave with your final bridge. And at that point, you will be free to eat and live and do all the things that you want to do. So I want to open up. Thank you, Milena, for unmuting yourself just in case.
Sure.
Does anyone have a question about anything that we talked about today? Again, Milena is a great resource because she is actually the person that will help to coordinate everything for you when you make your decision. Okay, someone put, what about traveling now? It's actually a really great question. So Costa Rica opened its country to everyone on November 1st. And I will tell you that when I was on my flight a couple of weeks ago, there wasn't an empty seat on the plane. It was almost like everyone has been waiting for Costa Rica to open up. People are traveling. But the one thing that I will say, again, this is another area where we in the United States can actually learn something from Costa Rica. It is absolutely mandatory to wear a mask in every place you are going, every place of business. The hotel that I stayed in checked my temperature before I walked in. They installed a sink outside of the hotel. It is mandatory that you wash your hands, and you have to actually clean the bottom of your shoes before you walk in. I couldn't believe it. So, and Milena, if you want to touch on this, I feel like Costa Rica has done a really great job at minimizing the number of cases, but aside from keeping actual residents safe, they're doing everything they can to help with the tourists. Do you want to add on to that?
Well, yeah, actually, well, hello, everybody. It's my pleasure. And well, on behalf of the entire team, we thank you so very much for staying till this point in this presentation that we have done for you. Just wanted to add a couple of things. Fortunately, since November the 1st, as Shireen just said, well, all of the restrictions have been released, except for two minimum, which is just like an online form that we can assist you and guide you through to fill it out. It's very easy. It's just a matter of filling out with your contact information and an insurance, which is like $10 per day per person. So there are no like major restrictions, no more quarantine, no more PCR, RT, COVID test required. So you don't have to stay here for many days as it was requested a couple months ago, like 14 days of a stay. And that's it. I mean, it's just like two very small requirements, and the rest is very easy. And we are always here for you to assist you in whatever you need.
Thank you, Milena.
You're more than welcome.
We got another question that came in. How many days for that first trip? Because I'm a dialysis patient. And so depending upon what treatment you are considering. So if we're looking at doing a fixed bridge, the all on 4, all on X, you're looking at potentially 5 to 7 days for the first trip, right, Milena?
Yeah, well, actually the first trip, it depends on each patient, but each trip, well, the first trip can take between 3 to 4 days. And the second trip will be about 1 week. So we are not going to make you stay here for longer than that, if it is not really required. It may vary, but it will be no longer than 1 week. Let's say you arrive on a Sunday and go back home by Saturday.
Okay, perfect. And then, there isn't, every patient who contacts the office has specific needs. Whether it's, medical, transportation wise, or what have you. And because safety is at the forefront of everything we do at New Smile, there is a mandatory healthcare questionnaire that Milena will help you with, just so we can get an overall glimpse of your medical history. And our goal is to keep you safe. So any additional assistance that you need, any extra TLC, if you need us to communicate with your doctor or what have you, we're going to be there for you to specifically walk and hold your hand through every process.
Sure.
We have as many patients as we do treatment plans, and so safety is number one. Anyone else with a question? These are all really great questions. All right. So if feel free to continue to chat. If I catch, it says here, I will have to arrange dialysis there. My dad did dialysis in San Jose. Yes, absolutely. We will be able to help you with that. In fact, in just a few, yes, Milena, did you want to share something?
Sure. Yeah, we have had dialysis patients already, and we have managed it to try to work in a way to schedule his schedule with ours so that he can have the dialysis before he leaves the country till he gets to the US. And also, I mean, he brought his schedule for dialysis, and we fit his schedule with ours. We're always willing to help. So
Okay.
we are, yeah, I mean, whatever, if the patient has dialysis or hemodialysis, we will do as much as we can to help. We have had already cases like that before.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome question. So I think in a nutshell, with Dr. Bonilla placing over 10,000 implants and seeing patients from all over the world, there's really nothing that scares us at New Smile Dental Group. We're going to be able to take care of you, and you're going to get that personalized care and experience that you need. And so I would like to share with you guys this amazing offer, and then talk to you about the next steps so you can then take advantage of this offer. So as I mentioned earlier, you know, we know that this is an investment. This is an investment in your health. This is an investment in your life. I believe each and every person who is watching this webinar now has something to give back to the universe, and you deserve to have this done. And because of that, Dr. Bonilla and his team will be paying for your flight, offering the patient a round trip ticket, paid ticket for your first visit to Costa Rica. All right. And that can save, depending upon where you are, that could save up to $1,000. We are going to take care of that for you. All you have to do, you guys, please pay attention to this because this is really important. If you would like to change your life with a beautiful smile with New Smile Dental Group, when this webinar ends, there is a requirement. You will need to call me specifically today, no later than close of business tomorrow. Now I'm Eastern Standard Time. And at no cost to you, I would like to have either a phone consultation. If you want to hop on the computer, once you call me, we can do a virtual consultation at no cost. I'm going to say that one more time. Now I'm going to keep my phone line open today until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to keep my phone on. You can call me, you could text me and say, Shireen, I'm interested. If you're not available to talk to me at that particular time, we can schedule a time for tomorrow. If you are available to talk to me tonight, my phone will be on until 10 p.m. tonight. That is the requirement to get the free airline ticket. That, and as long as you schedule your surgery by the end of the year. So during this month, you can schedule your surgery for 2021, but as long as you get all this done and get going with the process by the end of the year to plan for your surgery for 2021, you will get that free ticket. My cell phone number, if we can pull that back up, my cell phone number is 980-939-5742. I'm going to repeat that again, just in case you have to run and get a piece of paper or you have a pen that doesn't work. How many of you all ever write something down, you have a pen that doesn't work?
That's why I'm videoing it. So I have it on my camera.
Hey, you're smart. 980-939-5742. And I will be looking for you all to call me. Let us help you change your life. Before we end today, I want to read something to you guys. I want to read, this is actually one of my favorite poems. I am a huge fan of Les Brown, who's a motivational speaker. And this isn't his quote, but I was listening to him today. I feed my soul with Les Brown. And I heard him say this today, and I want to share this with you all before we go. And it talks about seizing the day and seizing the moment. It says, look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lies all verities and realities of your existence, the bliss of growth, the splendor of action, the glory of power. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today well lived, makes yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. I want to thank you all for taking the time and having the level of commitment to join us for this webinar today. I will have my phone line on this evening, waiting for you all to call and speak with me live or to schedule a call for tomorrow. If you have any questions specifically, you can also go right to the website at New Smile Dental Group as well. You all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about how we can change your life. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.